back to my channel. It's MJ. Today I'm going to show you a flip of my Franklin planner, starting from the pockets all the way to the back pockets. So here goes. So in this pocket I have some documents that I keep for therapy. This pocket I keep stickers and some pictures. Sometimes I want to change these out, so I keep these pictures. Some washi tape. And I just kind of keep that in there just in case. This is a sticky note from Target. I got it a long time ago. It's basically the month, and sometimes I use it for when I want to track something really easily from my monthly layout. Here are some sticky notes from Target. Here are some transparent sticky notes from Staples, I believe, or not Staples, Office Depot. Here I got these tabs from Avery and these from Target. I use these to track the day, or just kind of something, it's just something quick that I use to get to whatever I need to. So here in this pocket, so in this clear pocket I got from Franklin Planner, I have stickers, some pictures, some page flags from Cloth and Paper. I actually got this card from Gigi Plannery, and I made my own little task card notes or whatever. Maddie Plans created the concept, and I just made my own using my label maker. Oh, these fell out. Anywho, this next thing is a dashboard from Cloth and Paper, and this is just a sticky note I use to remind myself. It is from the book Atomic Habits, and it says, focus on the system, fix the inputs, and the outputs will fix themselves. So the book is really good so far. Still haven't finished it, but it's basically just kind of talking about, so far I'm gathering that it's talking about work on the things that go in versus trying to focus on like what you're going to get out of it, because what you're going to get out of it is going to come with time and habit making and habit changing. So I like to remember that. These sticky notes are from Cloth and Paper, and this little clear pouch, sometimes I carry different documents in it. This is from Franklin Planner. I sometimes put, receipts or whatever I need in there. This next insert is the table of contents that I made in Canva, and it was just to kind of help remind me what's in these sections here, because I don't have traditional sections that label every single thing. I have them by number. So I made that in Canva. This is an insert from Vienna, Plan with Vienna, and it's really helpful to create to-do lists. She has a bunch of different inserts in her shop. I will link that. You can use MJ10 for 10% off, and I think it's 10% off $10 or more. And she has a whole bunch of sizes, so I would highly recommend that. I use this regularly to remind me how I need to make my to-do list, because sometimes my brain creates these lists that are not effective, and yeah, so this is really helpful. This is just a quote that I made in Canva, and here I have a page lifter. I added an extra one later on, but this is just to make sure that my pages don't get bent. This first one is. And next is this contact page. I've covered up my private information, but I should probably put this in the front, so just in case somebody finds it, they can see without having to go through everything. This next page is the next few years, 2020, 2021, and 2022. And I'm just covering up the months that have already passed with these bows from my sticker shop. This next page is from I'm not sure if it's from the Blooms kit, and this is the front page of the Blooms inserts that I have. I'm not sure if this is where it's from or if it's from the starter pack that I got from Franklin Planner, but it basically just kind of helps you to plan. This is the daily routine. I just summarized it. So review yesterday, check today's appointments, make a list of tasks, and prioritize. And then this sticky note I made to summarize how to prioritize, which has been helpful because I will always get the letters confused, like, oh, everything is important, so I'm going to mark everything with an A, when, you know, everything shouldn't be marked with an A, because then, you know, it ceases to be priority. So I marked A with the things that I must do, B with things that I should do, and C with things that I could do. And then just the numbers with what order I want to put them in. This next page is before I got my inserts, and I used Simple and Trendy Co. the month on one page to track my month and some to-dos that I have. Also did that for June before I got my inserts. So the next section is planning calendars, and this is just a whole list, again from Franklin Planner, a whole list of holidays and observances. These pages are future planning pages, which I think is really cool because sometimes things will be planned for the next year, and you know, it's kind of like, where do you put it if you don't have your next year planner? So this kind of gives you a heads up, and it goes all the way to the end of 2022. So this next one is the planner guide. This is the planner guide tab, and this is a review of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And first of all, I love this book. I feel like I talk about it every single video, every single post that I make. I absolutely love this book, and really it just this section summarizes the key points in the book. It starts off with the foundations of the habits. Then it moves on to break down each habit, what's effective and what's ineffective. Yeah, it's like the whole breakdown. So habit 1 is be proactive, and basically what I take from this is that there's always like a space between when something happens and your response to it, and in that space it's the freedom to choose. And so basically it's talking about how proactive people focus on what they can do versus what they can't do. So you see this circle, there's a circle of concern and the circle of influence. Proactive people focus on the circle of influence instead of the things that they're worried about, because they can't do anything about them. So when you focus on your circle of influence, that grows, and then you can reach a greater influence over things that, you know, you couldn't control before. That's just my take on it. I could be totally wrong, but that's kind of what I get from it. The second one is begin with the end in mind, and that one is just talking about thinking about what you want in the end. A lot of times they use the example of, you know, think about your 80th birthday. What do you want people to say about you? What do you wish people would say about you on your 80th birthday? What kind of person do you want to be? And keep that in mind. And that is kind of how you focus your goals. So the next one is habit 3, put first things first. And I always refer to this time management, this time matrix. The first quadrant is urgent and important things, which consist of crises, projects that have deadlines, meetings, things that you have to do in that moment or you have to do immediately. The quadrant 2 is important but not urgent, and this is where you want to be most of your time. It's planning, it's preparing, exercising, things that you don't have to do but you probably should do before they turn into a crisis. This one is urgent but not important, and this mainly consists of things that people want you to do or distracting things that really don't connect to your goals. Therefore, they're not important, but they feel urgent, like a phone call or an email or whatever. And this quadrant, I always like to refer to it as the Netflix quadrant. These are time wasters. Sometimes things in this box can be considered like rejuvenating activities. So not everything is a time waster. Not all Netflix shows are a time waster. Sometimes it can be relaxing, but basically these things are not important and not urgent. And so yeah, when you're trying to plan your life, put these things first. Put the first things that matter on your list and in your planner, and then let the other things fall into place. Okay, so that is the third one. The fourth habit is think win-win. And really, I just kind of sum this up to the abundance mentality versus the scarcity mindset. So the abundance mentality is basically believing that there's plenty for everybody. Like, that is think win-win. You know, not everybody has to be a loser if you're a winner, and vice versa. So I really, I forget this one sometimes. I forget it sometimes, but I really appreciate how they have these breakdowns, so I can put it in my planner, and it could be a reminder to think and remember, I don't have to lose if somebody else wins, and if I win, somebody else doesn't have to lose. Like, we can all win, and there's enough for everybody. Okay, so the next one, habit 5, is seek first to understand, then be understood. This one is really hard for people because sometimes we listen in order to respond, or we listen in order to fix something. But this one is like really like kind of challenging you to listen so that you can understand what the person is saying versus respond. And the whole book, like when you look at the book, you'll see like the breakdown of it, and it's super cool because the writer provides all these examples. And again, I will link the book in the description box. The sixth habit is to synergize, and simply I take that as work together. Like, it's better to work together than to consistently think you can work all alone and reach what you can if you were working with other people. And the last habit, the seventh habit, is to sharpen the saw. And this habit is just basically talking about becoming sharp and staying sharp in different areas of your life, like physical, social, mental, spiritual. And this insert just kind of gives you examples of what you can do to sharpen the saw. And that's about it for this section, the 7 habits recap. Okay, so now in the mission and goal section, this is a whole different section of how to set your goals and values. And they ask you a bunch of questions like, what's your value? What's your clarifying statement? And I have filled this out. I haven't filled it out completely, like this whole section, because I did the Franklin Covey course on their website, and I already did this. So I have to print that out so I can put it in my planner. These things are is the weekly compass, and it's a reminder of what are the big things that you have to do this week that go along with your values and your mission. And so it has different sections for the roles in your life, and then you break down what's the most important thing that you can get done in that specific role this week, and write it down and schedule it. So these little cards go in this little insert here. Yeah. All right, so the next section is goals. I kind of went over this section in my other video, so I won't go too far in depth. I'll link that video later. But this is just kind of a general page for goal planning where you put your mission or your value, what goal relates to that, and the steps that go along with it, along with the deadlines. And so that's where I keep those pages. Next is finances. I'm not going to show you the ones that are filled out, but right now I'm using Simple and Trendy Co. expenses page to fill out these, basically my finances. So I'll put the date, the details, the amounts I spent, and I'll keep track of it there. So the next section is key information. And key information I can't show you because it's just about my car information, passwords, things that are important that I need to access. And yeah, so I won't show you that. Section 1 is with my clients. I can't show you that either. That's just to help me to remind me to, track certain clients, what, whether we had our appointment, whether their appointment was billed, and whether I wrote a note on their appointment. And I'm using Peanuts Planner Co.'s column inserts. And so section 2, again, I talked about this in my other video, but these are weekly. This is a weekly wellness chart that I got from Indigo Printables, and I'm using these to track my mood, energy, water, meals. I put vitamins down here every now and then, bedtime, and sleep. And it's so hard to track things, so I'm not doing a great job of tracking it, but when I do track it, this is where I track it. This next section is for my lists. This is for a workout challenge that I'm going to do. I started a workout challenge before at the start of this month, but I kind of fell off. So I'm going to restart it, and I'm going to start with a couple of friends. So I'll use this sheet, and this is also from Indigo Printables. This is my reading list, also from Indigo Printables, and I put a few little stickers from Bubblemon Stickers Co. I think Bubblemon Stickers Co. on here, and I'm tracking the title, the author, the format, whether it was Kindle, whether it was an audiobook, a physical book, and whether I borrowed it or purchased it. So this is also my reading journal, and again, Indigo Printables, and this whole section is tracked as well, or I did a video on this section, which I'll show you guys. This next section is what I'm using for my personal CRM. This is just for the people and friends that I want to keep track of, that I want to talk to on a regular basis. And I'm going to mark whether I've talked to them. I'll just put a dot or a check mark. And yeah, just the people that I want to keep in contact monthly. Yeah, that's where I'm going to put that. So this next section, I don't have anything in the 5th tab, but this next section I took it out because it's addresses and phone numbers of people that I know. This page lifter is really sturdy, and I'm using this because I'm left-handed. So these are some dailies that I used from Simple and Trendy Co. And this was custom, so I asked her to create them. Yeah, these are all the days. And what do I get to? Here we go. This is a weekly that I used a couple of weeks ago from Goods on Paper, and I really like them. I'm gonna print out several. I was just trying it out at first, but I really liked it, so I'm gonna print out several to keep track of, just a time block. So when I do my dailies, I can just transfer them from here to there. This is the weekly compass that I was talking about earlier, and I have it to keep in my week section. So now these are the 7 habits inserts, and basically it has the prioritized daily task list, the appointment schedule, quote, a reminder of what to focus on that day as far as what habit, and then a section where you put notes. So I really like the day on 2 page because I feel like it kind of helps give me enough space to kind of brain dump here and write. Sometimes I'll journal, sometimes I'll just put like facts that I need to remember. And the way that I retrieve those is by marking the date, going back to my master task list, and I think it's the index actually. Yeah, it's the index. So I'll write it here, then I'll go back to the index, put the date, and write what was the important thing that I needed to note here. Sorry, I'm stuttering because it's just so much to like. There's so much about this system that is so awesome, and there are just so many ins and outs to it. So I really highly recommend people to get on their website, Franklin Planner's website, and take their little training course. It'll help you to clarify your goals and also show you how to retrieve information from your planner. So this next section is the month of July, and these are the blooms inserts, and I really like these. They're so pretty. They're already decorated, so I don't have to put any stickers or anything on it. And it's kind of minimal. Like there's more decoration in the middle, but then as it trails out, it's pretty clean. So I'll be using these the same as how I use the other ones. And literally that's it. In the back here are the months. So Franklin Planner suggests having 3 months at a time, the month before, your current month, and then the month after in your planner, and then transfer them to a different binder or something. So I'm keeping all of these months in here, but I'm keeping all of my daily pages from May, June, and July in here. So once June is over, I'll take out May and I'll put it in a binder, and then I'll put August in here, and I'll put August behind the monthly for August. And I think we're coming to the end. So here is where I will be putting some of my receipts for business. I'll be putting those in here with like what I bought, how much it costs. I'm really gonna keep track of that because I need to be organized with that. These sticky notes, I don't know how they got back here, but this is from Simply Gilded, and when I want my pages to be cute, I'll use like cute sticky notes on a day or something. And this again is the page lifter to make sure my pages don't get crumbled in the back. These stickers are from Cloth and Paper. These are from Anna Luna Co. And I got some washi back here with some page flags. And yeah, that's it for my Franklin planner. Again, this is the style Anna. And if you guys have any questions about it, then please feel free to reach out or put a message in the comments or whatever. Like, I really love this planner and I love talking about this planner. So yeah, I love talking about this planner. I love, flipping it open and smelling it and just all the things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be posting more videos, hopefully a couple times a week or once a week. I haven't decided yet because I'm still working full time, so I want to make sure that I can commit to it. But yeah, oh, I forgot to tell you guys about my pen. This is from Jet Pens. I think Cloth and Paper also has pens like this, or they're actually markers, dual tip markers. Yeah, so I didn't want to forget that. But again, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for staying this long. Again, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.